Hello, hello. Grateful to be here with you, as is the Council of Light. Thank you for showing up for this transmission. And for this particular energetic conversation and transmission, we want to bring forward a process that you can use daily during this very intense, for some of us, time of quantum leap in vibration, in consciousness. And because there's this energetic leap, literally an energetic influx that's creating this massive accelerated elevation happening, you could call it an acceleration. The vibration is rising, rising, rising. Everything that we haven't yet dealt with, that's running somewhere in our consciousness, somewhere in the tapestry of our journey, previous incarnations included, will surface to transform. And we don't have to consciously know what it's about. In fact, sometimes it's easier to move through the vibrational transformation that's being asked for if we don't try to put our investigator hat on and get the magnifying glass out and try to analyze. This time, the Council of Light is stepping forward to say more potently, this time is about cleaning the energetic closets in a deeper, profound way than we ever have before. And so, yes, it's during Mercury retrograde, but it's going to extend really to the end of October. And it's really this kind of energetic push through the birth canal, if you will, contraction, where it might feel like we're in a bit of a pressure cooker, but we've trained for this. We're ready for this. We're conscious, awake, and aware beings. We can ride these waves in an empowered way. Is going to drudge up these things that have been really hidden deep in the pockets, deep in the energetic closet, maybe even under the floorboards of the energetic closet for lifetimes. And so you may not consciously know why you're feeling the way you're feeling, why something seems really off to you, that it's triggering you in such a profound way. It's like, I shouldn't be this angry about this, or I shouldn't be this upset about such and such, or sad about such and such. And rather than go into stories and judgment, we invite you to remember to switch on your awareness. That's really step one. I am an awake and aware being, and I see this. And then engage the witness mode, observation mode. We're going to model that. And you might even set the intention for the next 2.5 months or so that you are in observation mode. And we're going to show you and invite you to retrieve all your reference points for you back to your line of light, body, team, same, to orient as the light that you are, the one who is aware, the one who sees what is arising. And in order to really fully engage observer mode, we invite you to be willing to take the hand of your higher self, energetically, with intention. I'm willing to release any judgment. Higher self, will you help me? It requires your asking, it requires your willingness. I'm willing to release the judgment. I'm willing to release any where I'm trying to make this right, wrong, good, or bad. And this is whether something comes across your computer screen via social media or news, or someone says something and triggers you, or something happens and triggers you. Same process. Engage observer mode, which hopefully you can do first thing in the morning. I'm engaging observer mode. I'm intending to be an observer of my day. Partner with my higher self this full day to allow whatever arises to arise without judging it. Now, if I start to judge it, even if I don't start to judge it, I'm still going to take the hand of my higher self and say, I'm willing to release any judgment. Will you help me? I'm willing to let go of anywhere I'm making this, trying to make this right, wrong, good, or bad, because some part of you unconsciously might be trying to categorize, judge, decide if it's right, wrong, good, or bad, because we've been conditioned to function that way in separation consciousness. To be safe, that was the way to be safe, was to be able to decide, is this a threat to me or not? Is it right or is it wrong? Am I right or wrong? And so in the midst of retiring the separation consciousness, it's this idea of, okay, new set point, observation mode. I'm willing to retire anywhere I'm trying to judge this. Higher self, will you help me? I'm willing to be in non-judgment. Higher self, will you help me? So pick the wording that works for you. Maybe it's different words. And then invite your body, deva, and teams into that same energetic stance of observer mode, which means no judgment, just witnessing. Anchored in the light that you be, the truth of you. Because the truth is, whatever is arising doesn't mean anything about you. It can't dictate whether you're safe or not. You're already safe. You're one with an infinite source. You have safety in infinite supply in your river of light that runs within you. So whatever's happening in the outer awareness arising, even if it's emotions or thoughts, doesn't mean anything about you or your safety or your worth or anything about you. It's just energy, maybe in the form of feelings or thoughts. It's not what you are. What you are is the one who's aware of it. Anchor that in. And then feel whatever arises. So if you are triggered, let those emotions flow without judgment. Witness them. Open to allow them, which is the opposite of our training, our conditioning in separation consciousness. Separation consciousness says repress it, don't feel it, hold your breath, contract around it, judge it as wrong and bad. I shouldn't be feeling this way. What if you could just allow the emotion to exist and let it flow? And watch it and witness it and breathe. And you might even say, with the attitude of, I'm taking the hand of my higher self as I do this mantra, I'm willing to release all the meaning I'm giving this. I'm willing to release all the meaning I've ever given this, and whatever it symbolizes. Because again, it's probably an echo from a previous broken record experience that keeps recirculating in your fields until it resolves, meaning until you've moved through the appropriate vibrational transformation. And so one way to move through the appropriate vibrational transformation is to simply allow the emotions to flow without judgment, because the emotions are energy that will activate the appropriate vibrations and basically reinterpret everything to a higher octave. However, you can state that. You can say, higher self, will you help me reinterpret my relationship with this to a higher octave? Will you let me see it through your eyes? I choose to see it through your eyes, higher self. That it was learning, that it represents evolution, learning a way to take a quantum leap in consciousness, a way to move into a more refined vibrational stance in some way. And I don't have to consciously know what that is, because it's not linear anyway. And then, are you willing to let go of any attachments to the stories that may have woven around any emotion that arises? So then you say, higher self, I'm willing to release all attachments to the stories. I'm willing to release any false identifications, any meaning I've given this. Will you help me? I'm willing to forgive and release it all from the perspective that it was all learning. And I don't have to consciously know what this symbolizes, from what incarnation it happened, from what moment in time. But I invite a thorough debrief for all the moments where this recycled itself, especially the origination point, where I can activate all vibrations of the spiritual lessons and return and retrieve power, fragments, responsibility appropriately, completely forgive and release everyone involved, including myself. so that it can move to a place of completion. And I use it for my evolution, which is what it was for in the first place anyway. Then hold space for that vibrational alchemy to take place in the appropriate dimensional space where it needs to, time and space. We don't have to know consciously what it is. A part of us knows, our higher self knows. Let your higher self knows. Lean into the part of you that has access to all the data from all incarnations, all your Akashic records. You can invite your guides and advisors, ascended masters, to help support you. You can invite yourself from the future as an ascended master to come back in time and help support you. And then you can invite your bodied even nature spirit that you're riding with and your teams to do the same, to be willing to release the meaning, to be willing to set up appropriate healing chambers and or debriefs at the end of the appropriate incarnations where this originated, doing a full, complete, energetic cleanup, returning, retrieving fragments and power, fabric appropriately, karma appropriately, so that you get back in your own lane. You're not trying to process stuff that isn't yours. You're not allowing a trauma from 10 lifetimes ago to continue to recirculate, and reflect in your experience of yourself. And you can also say, I choose to be who I am in truth. I choose to remember myself vibrationally as the one who is one with an infinite source. Higher self, will you help me? Body team, same if you choose. And we recommend, it's like this is a refining time where we can really, again, get deeper into the closet. So we recommend doing one thing at a time. Whatever's arising now or whatever's coming to mind, it's maybe not totally bringing up a lot of emotion, but it keeps coming up for you. So maybe it's a mild frustration or a mild regret or a fear. This is the time to clean out those energetic closets and really allow for yourself to be elevated, and to use this time to clean house, to clean your fields, if you will, to reharmonize yourself, to use everything in your energetic tapestry that's still a little bit of a pulled thread or a dissonance, to evolve yourself. And so the daily practice would be, maybe at the end of every day, you listen to this recording or create your own way to revisit what was I triggered by today, and let me go through one at a time to allow for the vibrational transformation, so that it doesn't have to be a broken record. In my experience, I can actually turn on the switch of my awareness as an awake and aware conscious being that knows what it's all really for anyway. And I can be willing to release the meaning I've given it. I can be willing to partner with my higher self, my guides, and to encourage my body and team to do the same, to move this to a place of completion. Because what really wants to happen is things want to complete, all the loose ends tied up, so that you can elevate, use it for your elevation, use it to propel you to the next level, so that when 2026 launches this new amazing cycle around March, you're at a whole new platform to launch from. So energetically, that's what I see. This past March was kind of a launch before the launch. So this past March will help inform this future March 2026. It's all connected, and it's like a cycle within a cycle. So recognize that what you do now is preparation for that new launch, and also just it's like making the most of this time to use it in a way that honors your journey, so that you don't have to carry forward with you any karma that's not yours, any broken record, challenges that you've outgrown that really you don't need to be learning from anymore. You've already learned from them. You just need to complete it. We invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived, encouraging you to cocoon your energetic fields in a way that's appropriate for you to seal in the work that you just did to help you integrate it fully, allowing all that healing to ripple and reflect through the time spiral continuum to you in the present moment, through every appropriate developmental stage to the present breath. And then increase your magnetics and your roots for a higher vibration. And thank you for your willingness to grow and evolve in a conscious way, to remember the truth of you in proactive ways, to engage observer mode, and to really be at a place in your evolution where you even know what that is. Maybe take a moment and acknowledge how far you've come, where you are in the mountain, and it just gets better from here. Thank you for showing up. Much love.